families that are in crisis that really, really need help. And staffing, how difficult is it to keep good people on staff at these nonprofits like the Salvation Army? Major Mark, what about staffing? How do you keep good people when the budget is tight?
Well, it's sometimes difficult. We try our best to pay a fair wage, which the going rate in Pittsburgh and the economy here is a little bit better in some other places in the country, and especially in the East. But like the food bank and like Auberle, we when our employees come to work for us, it's more than a job really, because it's a ministry. And so whether they're working on a canteen, whether they're doing book work, or whether they're working in social services, it's a ministry, and we hope that they see that, the importance of that, as well as paying them a fair wage.
Yeah. What about the religion? Now, John, your organization is affiliated with the Catholic Church, and the Salvation Army is a religion. Is that a problem, or is that a help, or a disadvantage when you're raising money, delivering services, things like that?
I think it's a help. I think people understand, as Mark indicated, that people are pulled to a greater calling. I think they understand that there is additional oversight there besides the organization itself. We draw people of every faith. We have 10 or 12 ordained ministers who work for us in what I would call regular type jobs.
Not Catholic.
Not Catholic, who work in regular jobs and interact with our children and our families. And I think it helps in a lot of ways to add that dimension that takes it outside of just money, outside of just a job, and to really get people passionate about changing the lives of people they're working with. And it draws a lot of church groups that bring a lot of talent. Money is an issue, yes, but talent of people can help you surmount that, and we draw a lot of congregations of every faith and a lot of people who want to get involved in the organization.
So you don't run across too much of people that don't want to get involved with a Catholic organization for one reason or another?
Overtly, no. I don't ever recall anybody saying that to us.
Yeah. Now, the Salvation Army, John's organization is related to the Catholic Church.
Sure.
Yours is a church, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay, so you are a religion.
We are, yes. We're part of the Christian organization, the Christian religion. And I would just say, I'm honored to be here with John and Cynthia, and you think of the work that these three organizations do throughout the country. Not your food bank, but food banks in general, and Catholic ministries and Catholic charities and the Salvation Army. Just think of the work and ministry that we do throughout the country, and that's the same thing that we do here in Western Pennsylvania. We really reach a lot of people, and all of our centers of operation use the food bank.
Yes.
They really do.
Yep.
And if it wasn't for the food bank, we wouldn't survive and be able to do a lot of the work that we do. And character building programs like yours and youth at risk, that's an area that we all want to work in, and the Salvation Army does that as well.
Before we went on the air today, I thought to myself, well, I'm going to be talking to three prominent charitable nonprofit organizations in Pittsburgh, and what with the budget fights that have been going on in Harrisburg and Washington, and how tough it is to get private money, I'm thinking to myself, boy, these people are going to be crying tears on the table here, saying that we're on the verge of going out of business. But it doesn't sound that bad to me. It sounds like you guys are doing okay.
I don't know that we could characterize it as us doing okay. I mean, the community steps up, and as my two colleagues spoke of, the food bank is working through a network of charitable assistance programs, and so 60% are faith-based, and it's people with faith who are coming forth and really helping to fill in some of the gaps that are happening. I wouldn't characterize, PJ, that we're doing okay. There are increases in needs that I don't know how we're going to be able to continue to support people at the rates of people coming forward to look for help. About 3,000 households a month throughout our region come looking for help. New people that are coming. Yeah,
fortunately, you guys aren't in danger of falling off the face of the earth or anything like that.
No.
Well, but I think there's another aspect to it that I think Cynthia's talking about, and it really isn't about us, and it isn't about our organizations. It's about the people that we serve, and the problems that people are having, and the issues that the economy is creating for people. And as they're trying to surmount these challenges, as the government begins to pull back from human service, it makes it harder and harder to help people. And as we're helping a group of people, we see that there's an even larger group of people to be able to serve. And so I think that's part of what bothers us. Our organizations are creative in continuing to serve and move forward, but we just see that need getting larger and larger in this economy.
And your situation is the same, but you still are able to help everybody that comes to you?
Well, we are, but what is happening is every year we continue to see these the numbers growing. Anywhere from right now, it's running at 5 or 6% of increase of total people that we served just over last year. And so we're just thinking, that's going to end up to be about 10%. But what happens is the number that's really being reflected to us this year is that Cynthia said it's new families, it's new people that have come to us for the first time that have never been to us before, and that continues to grow. So that's a concern to us as well, because that's putting more stress on other nonprofits like the food bank, because we're depending on them to provide more food, and there's other nonprofits out there that are trying to create ministries and programs that stretch the budget even further.
And then I think historically, where food banks relied on companies to donate, the premise of food banking started around companies having excess to donate. And we're seeing less and less of that all throughout the country. More and more money having to be used to purchase food to make available to families in need.
Okay. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we want to talk about what happens to your money when you donate to nonprofits, these and others. Where does your money go? We'll be back in a moment. Stand by.